'Twas the week before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Actually, that's not true at all. Metro Manila, bustling, sprawling Southeast Asian capital of the Philippines, home to somewhere between 12 to 20 million people, the world's most densely populated city.
I light a candle, put the presents round the tree.
But it is Christmas.
The sound of carols fills the air.
A twinkly, festive wonderland where the mostly Catholic population take their holiday season very seriously. Because Filipinos are, for reasons I have yet to figure out, probably the most giving of all people on the planet. Hello. Think I'm talking shit? Keep watching.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're the band called Keystone.
OFW stands for Overseas Filipino Worker, and they are one of the Philippines' largest and most important exports. People. Go abroad, make money, improve the quality of life for the whole family. All over the world, the Philippines sends architects, doctors, construction workers, nurses, housekeepers, nannies. The entire Filipino economy relies heavily on the money sent back by more than 10 million OFWs, roughly 30 billion US dollars a year, or about 10% of the nation's GDP. Until recently, after domestic workers, the largest category of OFWs were musicians. Like Filipino cover bands. They're everywhere. On cruise ships, in hotel lobbies, bars, and of course, in Manila, where the competition is fierce and the penalties for not getting a beloved biker favorite like, I don't know, Billy Idol, can be severe.
Shotgun. It's a nice day to start again. Come on, it's a nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to start again. Come on, it's a nice day for a white wedding. Yeah, it's a
Know this, pampered rock and roll stars. At any given moment, somewhere in the Philippines, there is at least one person, and probably many more, who can step in and do your act better than you. And after only a couple of hours practice. It is true, That I lie to my daughter and tell her that Ronald McDonald has been implicated in the disappearance of small children. That I sneer at fast food, revile it at every opportunity. But I am also a hypocrite, because to me, Filipino chain Jollibee is the wackiest, jolliest place on earth.
Thank you. Hi, sir.
Hello, hi.
Good afternoon.
Could I have a Jolly spaghetti with hot dogs on it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Also, chicken joy. Thank you.
Sir. Jolly afternoon.
Welcome to Jollibee. There were over 900 of these things all over the 7,000 plus Philippine islands and a whole lot more internationally wherever there are homesick Filipinos. There's a Jollibee in New Jersey, by the way.
Nagyayaya ang ngiti, di na nga mapakali. Halika na, tara na, doon na nga ang punta. Labas lahat ng ngipin, sumagbida ang saya. Dito tayo, kung saan bida ang bata. Sa Jollibee na tayo, mas matunog, mas masaya. Sa Jollibee na tayo, wala nang iba. Sa Jollibee, bida ang saya. Bida ang saya. Bida ang saya.
I hate mascots. You know they fart in those suits. Oh, yeah. Chicken and spaghetti, and not just any spaghetti. I think it's like sweet banana ketchup-y stuff with hot dogs. That spaghetti's deranged. Yet strangely alluring. Oh, it's not a burger. It's rice. Wait, eat it in a piece? Wait, pour sinister brown sauce? I don't know what it's for. Oh, that's awesome. That's what you do with the brown stuff. I hate myself.
Hi, Mom. Jolly afternoon.
Did I mention it's Christmas? The 7,000 plus islands that make up the Philippines rank #1, according to internet scientists, when it comes to celebrating the jolliest time of year. Holiday cheer begins a full 100 days before the 25th of December, which means there's a lot to do in this town, especially if you like crashing other people's parties.
Right. Party start.
Welcome to the Seven Continents Travel and Tours Corporate Christmas Party, held in the fabulous banquet room of the downtown Pearl Garden Hotel.
Outstanding.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Very Catholic country.
Very Catholic country, about 80-something%. Christmas starts in September.
Really?
It starts in September. You go to the mall, you start hearing the carols, and then it ends
I would lose my mind.
Yeah, so at 12 midnight of September 1, everyone greets Merry Christmas on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's a lechon on the menu.
Yes.
I have very fond memories of the last time I had lechon in the Philippines. In fact, not to kiss your ass, but it is the finest
Pig.
I've ever had. Amazing.
Providing these babies to holiday parties is big business. And standards here, where pork is king and the lechon the best in the world, very, very high. Today, our little friend is prepared the old school way. Turns slowly on a spit over coals for hours. Oh, delicious, delicious lechon.
You know, during this time of the year, because a lot of Christmas parties, and the lechon is always the star of the party.
They gauge how grand the party is by the presence of the lechon. So if you have 2 lechons, you must be a big shot.
Man, that is good pig.
So my name is Jimmy Belleza. I'm the HR director. And I'm also the happiness guru of the Philippines. So we have to be happy in the season to be jolly.
You taste of Christmas?
All right, guys, ready?
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
As we all know, one must, at a holiday party, drink. Then get drunk and tell off the boss. This I expected and was prepared to do. But the games, I was a little surprised by.
Wow, ladies.
Musical chair.
Then, if I remember correctly, I totally kicked ass at a game of drunken musical chairs. But I can't be absolutely certain. I told them I was Bob from accounting.
Damn, girl.
When they find out, things could get awkward.
Hello. Hello, hello, please.
One halo-halo.
Thanks so much. Thank you, ladies. This is wonderful. I don't even know what half of these ingredients are. I mean, it's delicious, but how is it made? What's in it? Let's find out.
Halo-halo.
Halo halo means mix mix,
Banana.
and it is delicious.
Nata di coco. Mongo.
Looking good.
An icy, milky, technicolor concoction of sundry sweet mung beans, candied fruits, and gelatins.
Sweet coconut.
Oh, yeah.
Meow. Delicious, delicious.
This is a wonderful creation. It's got that kind of like, I have to let the Fruit Loops marinate in the milk for a while. The milk kind of tastes like this. Yeah, you want one?
Thank you.
That's okay. Very satisfying. Yeah, I recommend it. This looks really good.
Night in Metro Manila, and I'm ready for my single favorite Filipino street food. Possibly the best thing you could ever eat with a cold beer. I'm talking, of course, about sisig. Hot, sizzling pig face with a runny egg on top, and bitch, you better ask somebody because nothing is getting in between me and this spicy, chewy, fatty goodness.
Just mix it up and go.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. There's a lot of sisig restaurant here, but here's one is the best.
This is really, really good.
This evening's dining companions, cover band, Regatta.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
You may remember them from such epic office Christmas parties as last night's.
This is the Christmas season. A lot of Christmas parties.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
A lot of work. This is a good season for you guys.
It's a big season.
All over Southeast Asia. Any hotel lobby, any hotel bar, there's a Filipino band.
Exactly.
And that is true.
And I've sat there drunk and challenged band after band. Shirley Bassey, no problem. All of Dark Side of the Moon, no problem. All of Guns N' Roses, no problem.
And that is true.
Music and singing are a huge part of life in the Philippines. So making it as a cover band, being sent abroad to perform, is a big deal. But one thing remains the same always. To succeed, you better be able to pick up new material fast.
Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, Tony Braxton,
And of course, not to
Beatles,
forget the
and
people.
Elvis Presley.
How many songs in your repertoire?
On my
Around how
repertoire,
many?
Like, thousands already.
And if you don't know it, you pretty much can fake it real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 years from now, where would you like to be? Where would you like to be playing?
That's a good question. Like, my biggest dream is to play in Las Vegas, the US. This is my dream.
When we get to the dream, playing at Las Vegas, we want to play first. When we got there, we are the champions. If we get there.
Merry Christmas, everyone! Merry Christmas, everyone! Happy New Year, too!
Despite initial appearances, the Philippines is not all holiday cheer, warm hellos, and dancing bugs. The Filipino national martial art, Kali, is among the most brutal, the most remorseless defense systems going. It was developed to deal with some very harsh realities and a very tough, very bloody history. 3 centuries of brutal Spanish colonial rule. Invasion by the Japanese. Near the end of World War II, American forces bombed Manila, pretty much leveling the city. Ferdinand and Imelda Marcos's extravagantly corrupt regime. Martial law. All although the Philippines has remained a democracy since then, it can seem, at times, fragile.
Cheers, everyone. Now, you're both photojournalists.
Yep.
Based out of Manila?
Yeah, me. Mark lives in Mindanao.
Mindanao. Now, does a journalist need to carry a firearm in this country?
For me, yes.
In the Philippines, a press badge is no defense, particularly in the south of the country, where Mark Navales lives and works.
Mindanao has been war-torn for the last how many years? Because of the radicalization of recent years, this growing specter of ISIS, Mindanao is fertile ground for that.
Now, traditionally, the argument against journalists arming themselves is that journalists have always been able to portray themselves as non-combatants.
Yes.
There was some presumption that they would not shoot you.
Yeah.
But these days, people seem to not make that distinction.
Yes, dating back to the Marcos years even.
Since 1992, 77 journalists were killed.
Politics here can be deadly. Just before Christmas in 2009, the Maguindanao massacre claimed the lives of 58 people, dozens of whom were journalists. It was the single deadliest event for journalists in history. Mark was the first one on the scene with a camera.
There is no system of justice. There is no government attending to your needs.
Nobody's coming to save you, is that what you're saying?
No one's coming to save you.
You know, I have my family, I have my small kids.
Yeah.
For me, my last recourse there is to defend myself.
Look, it's very much a do-it-yourself culture. You can see that.
Right.
You see it in people's homes, the way they just stacked one on top of each other, built out using spare bits of metal. And it's like, nobody else is going to give it for me. I'll build it.
Right.
I'll make it myself.
Right.
There's a lot of poverty in this city, that is for sure. But there's not a sense of hopelessness or rage. You know, they decorate. You know,
Yes.
they may not have much, but they decorate.
Yes,
they sweep the street.
There's still a sense of humble ownership, in the sense of this is my home and it's going to be safe, it's going to be fine.
We're seeing some forecasts calling for up to 1 meter of rain. This is a super typhoon, and that means sustained winds well above 200 kilometers per hour.
In any metropolis, you find all the good and the bad in the world. Manila, being bigger than most, has plenty of both. Yet this is a nation of 7,000 islands, and I really wanted to see at least one more of them. But I learned about something Filipinos are only too familiar with: the typhoon. So it looks like it's going to be Christmas in the city.
name of the band is?
Keystone.
Keystone.
Yes.
How long have you been playing together?
Around 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
All right, guys, here we
Awesome.
go.
Hey.
Adobo's in the house.
Yes.
Looking pretty.
Thank you, thank you.
As one does, I dragooned the band Keystone in a lunch, assuming, correctly as it turned out, that one of these young punks would know how to make a good adobo.
Is there a single authentic adobo recipe, or does everybody do it differently?
Everyone would stake claim to having the best adobo, but the basic ingredients, I think, will remain the same. So it's garlic, pork. We can now add the chicken, vinegar, peppercorns, bay leaf, soy sauce.
This adobo is amazing. I mean, it's really, really good.
Oh, man. Thank you, thank you.
Delicious. And where did you learn to cook adobo?
I learned this from my mom.
So the answer, as always, to who makes the best adobo is Mom makes the best adobo. Okay.
That'll
All
be
right.
the safest answer.
All right.
Mom.
Filipinos like feeding people.
Yes, yes.
What else do Filipinos like?
Filipinos are hospitable.
Music.
Everybody knows how to sing. Everybody knows how to sing. They don't necessarily have to be in tune, but they want to sing, they like to sing.
Like we've been listening to music like on a very young age.
I'm the drummer for the band, but I'm not actually formally trained. Up to this day, I don't even read notes. But I could memorize a song. If you gave it to me like in a day, I could play
Well,
the whole
that's
thing.
pretty much you have to, right? I mean,
Yeah.
now, you guys have played abroad?
No. we have
No?
not, yeah, so it's one of the goals, actually.
5 years from now, where would you like to be?
Hopefully, we get to play for a bigger crowd, you know, because I think the fulfillment for me is actually getting more people to enjoy the music.
Filipinos speak about home with immense pride and love. And if you're an overseas Filipino worker, longing.
Good looking.
Especially during the holidays.
Oh, come in, come in. Hello. Merry Christmas, God bless you. Hi.
It's always, always about family in the Philippines, or anywhere you find Filipinos. For Christmas, of course, everybody, those who can anyway, gets together. Like family matriarch Aurora and her daughter Annalyn,
Okay, Annalyn, you're a big help.
and Amy and Ruben, her adopted children.
Amy, can you hand me that Bailey? Wow, it smells so good.
Also cousins, nieces, nephews, grandchildren, even some great-grandchildren.
La, 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 la. I love cooking. I really love cooking. Kari-kari is one of the favorite of the Filipino people. And to make a kari-kari, I use tripes and I put the oxtail on the pressure cooker.
Wow, wow, wow.
Now the peanut butter.
Here, the peanut butter, mother.
Peanut butter, please. No more, no more. Now, the banana blossom. The eggplant. The eggplant. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. Here is the kare-kare. I hope everybody will enjoy this. Okay, it's time to eat. Amen. I'm hungry. Although we always say ladies first, I think we'll serve you.
It's okay this time? Just this once. So good. So how long have you been back in the Philippines?
In the Philippines, 3 years.
3 years now.
Yeah.
Where have you worked? Hong Kong for 5 years?
For 5 years, and then I went to America. I stayed there for almost 30 years.
Aurora is recently back in Manila after most of her life spent abroad.
What kind of work were you doing?
I did the housekeeping, and babysitting.
The money she sent home put everybody here and many, many more through school, lifted them up to a more comfortable life.
And you left family behind
Yeah.
to go out there and make money.
That's never an easy decision, a painful, painful choice. Aurora's children, now middle-aged, are finally getting to know their mother.
Okay. Bring in the food inside.
Many, many, many Filipino women like you who had to leave their families, go abroad.
Yeah, absolutely, it is.
Her 3 children. My eldest is about 4 years now in Qatar. Then the other one is 2 years. And then the other one is in Hong Kong.
Working conditions for OFWs, particularly in some Gulf states, can be punishing at best, abusive, or worse.
I'm a single mom with my 2 grandchildren. I really cried a lot, especially this holiday season.
Still, due to lack of opportunity at home, many Filipinos have little choice but to go somewhere far away. Find a job, money.
But hopefully, in a few years, you think they come back?
Yes.
Yeah, I hope
really
so.
ask them to go home because I'm not getting younger anymore. I need them with my side. I tell them several times they call me up, please get home soon. I need you.
Any Filipino watching will recognize this immediately. The Balikbayan box, a Christmas tradition, a way for OFWs to show loved ones, though separated by oceans, that you miss them, that you're still out there. What's in these boxes? Whatever you can send. Little things you'd casually give to a loved one if you didn't live on the other side of the world. This facility alone sorts thousands of these boxes a day during the Christmas season. Just one of hundreds of facilities like it. Some 5 to 7 million boxes a year. That's a lot of love.
So how many relatives do you think you have in America?
In America, oh my gosh.
Florida.
Seattle, California, Albert.
My ate, my elder sister, is in California.
In Hong Kong, we have at least
10.
10.
Yeah.
And then Dubai around 8. And Qatar.
I'm at this Christmas gathering today because of one of our directors, Eric Osterholm. It was Aurora who raised him. For over 20 years, she cared for and loved Eric and his sister, looked after his whole family.
Eric sent me a letter talking about you. I wanted to read you what he said. Aurora is such an incredible woman. She has an infectious and loving energy that is so powerful. I am 100% the man I am today because this woman literally raised me from when I was 6 months old, singing to me, dancing with me, wiping away my tears, cooking for me, and making me laugh at every turn. Unfortunately, like so many Filipinos, her story is not all smiles and love. She had to choose a life away from her daughter and thousands of miles from her family. There are literally thousands of people around the world, thousands of people around the world, me included, who have been influenced by her endless kindness and love.
Filipinos give of themselves, of their time, their money, their love to others. They do and continue to do what needs to be done to survive.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning I greet you. Small and white, clean and bright, bless my homeland forever. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Oh, this is from Alberta. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You cannot have it. Is that so much? Yes.
That's my name.
I really hope you enjoyed the simple gift I sent, and I know that my heart is with you always. I love you very much, Albert.
It takes a special breed to live in a province like Quebec. It gets cold in winter, and winters are long. It takes a special kind of person for whom frozen rivers, icy, wind-whipped streets, deep, seemingly endless forests are the norm. I will confess my partisanship up front. I love Montreal. It is my favorite place in Canada. The people who live there are tough, crazy bastards, and I admire them for it. Toronto, Vancouver, I love you, but not like Montreal. Why? I shall explain. All will be revealed. In the meantime, check this guy out.
What's the post office's motto? Neither rain nor sleet nor driving snow nor plague of locusts prevent the mail carrier from delivering my junk mail.
Here in Montreal, the simple task of delivering the mail in winter comes with its own set of hurdles. Icy hurdles.
I gotta ask, do you have special equipment for this?
We got like slip-on boots. We do have other boots when it rains, when it gets icy, with spikes on them. And they give us also slip-on spikes for when it's icy.
Any sort of city ordinance that you have to shovel? They're not penalized financially.
No, they're
or
not
ticketed.
penalized or anything. No, nothing like that.
Any injuries in the line of duty?
I've had several tumbles. One incident that I was off for 2 months, I thought I broke my ankle.
What is the most perilous aspect of the job? Would it be dogs or icy stairs?
In this area, there's a lot of dogs, but I would say the icy stairs.
It's one thing to have to work outside in this wintry mess, but it takes a strange and wonderful kind of mutant to actually find it pleasurable. Like, well, these two gentlemen.
Do you like the cold? I mean, by you, I mean the Quebecois.
It cleans the streets of Ebola.
The cold.
Yeah.
The frigid cold keeps the riffraff out of the city for sure.
Fred Morin and David McMillan, restaurateurs, chefs at the legendary Joe Beef, bon vivants, raconteurs, historians of their beloved Great White North, princes of hospitality. And what do men like this do for fun when the rivers turn to ice 3 feet thick, when testicles shrink, and most of us scurry for warmth and shelter? If they were like so many other Canadians, they would go ice fishing on the St. Lawrence River.
The cabin fever induces in the Quebecois family, because we are confined, perhaps, to spend so much time indoors. A lot of the families love to do, activities together like this. Go to the cottage, go ice fishing, it's like gets you out of the house, and it's very much a family thing.
Like many of their ilk, they'd seek one of the temporary small towns of sled-borne cabins, drill a hole in the ice, and wait. But these are not normal men.
So is Quebec better than the rest of Canada?
Obviously.
It's not that, yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
come on, you didn't have to think about that long.
No.
Now, wait a minute. Now, are strippers paid hourly here? Is that right? It's not a tip system?
It's
We
it's
discussed this
considered
before.
an art, a performance art.
It's considered a performance art. So how does that work? You don't tip your stripper?
You pay per song. You pay per song.
You pay per song.
Yeah. And then you can get a dance in the back, which is a private dance, and that's $10 a song, $5 a song in public.
That's why I go to prog rock strip bars, because the songs are super long. And I'm a bit cheap, I go for the King Crimson lap dance.
After a suspiciously stunned-looking fish emerges from the deep, previously roof-and-alled by an eager producer, no doubt, it is ignored. Because Fred and Dave do things differently. No crudely fried fish and breadcrumbs for these large, living 19th century men.
Oh, whoa, holy shit, look at that.
Instead, a hearty lunch of French classics, accompanied by many fine wines and liqueurs, as befitting gentlemen of discerning tastes who've exhausted themselves in the wild.
So this is how you live?
Well, more often than not, yes.
We always have to travel well and eat properly. We're drinking a natural white wine, Prieuré Rock. White Burgundy. These are Glacier Bay oysters, as well as there's a couple of Beausoleils thrown in there.
They're delicious. In my prized possession, those little
Fred's wonderful
Alsace.
Alsace glasses.
Yeah.
But the funnest part about the restaurant business, isn't it, the cutlery? Just a spoon is absolutely gorgeous. You know, Fred has a wonderful collection of tableware. Without getting, you know, snobby or elitist, you know, eating off vintage tableware is one of the great joys out of life.
Well, this is the interesting paradox of you guys. On one hand, you aspire to run a democratic establishment, Opital, and yet you are hopeless romantics when it comes to
painful nostalgics.
The art of living, right?
Yeah.
What the? Sustenance is required. Holy, look at this. Like, say, a consommé of oxtail to begin, followed perhaps by a chilled lobster à la Parisienne.
The art of dining is kind of disappearing, much to our chagrin. I work super hard at being an excellent dining companion.
When seeking excellence in a dining companion, what qualities does one look for?
I turn my phone off. I never put my elbows on the table. I
Really?
don't. Of course. Come prepared with stories. Don't drink too much. Don't become sloppy.
Come prepared with anecdotes?
Absolutely.
No elbows on the table?
No, it's not proper.
I'm a total failure as a dining companion. What is that?
What's that, you ask? An iconic Escoffier-era classic of gastronomy?
Oh, look at that sauce. Holy crap.
The devilishly difficult lièvre à la royale, a boneless wild hare in a sauce of its own blood, a generous heaping of fresh black truffle, garnished with thick slabs of foie gras, seared directly on the top of the cabin's wood stove.
Oh, damn. Look at that.
We're in a wooden shack, over 3 feet of ice, and 100 feet of water.
You are hopeless, hopeless romantics, gentlemen. Oh, Jesus, look at that.
Oh, the seared foie is perched atop an ethereal suspension of Joel Robuchon-inspired potato puree. Of course.
This is Cornas from Reynard Vineyard by Thierry Allemand.
Nice.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yes, yes, it is. Really, is there a billionaire or a despot anywhere on Earth who at this precise moment is eating better than us?
No.
No. Look at that.
Époisse, Saint-Marcelin.
Cheese. There must be cheese. In this case, a voluptuously reeking époisse, who some less hardy outdoorsmen might call overripe, but not us.
Oh, this is awesome. What do we got here?
A few Cubans.
Oh, wait a minute. You guys have a much more relaxed attitude towards the importation of Cuban cigars.
Chartreuse, of course, and a dessert as rare as it gets, a dinosaur-era monster long believed extinct.
This is Gâteau Marjolaine.
Who does this?
No one. No, it's one of those, like, painful, nostalgic things.
Right.
Layers of almond and hazelnut meringue, chocolate buttercream.
Oh, my God, look at that. Mmm, damn, that's good.
For these guys, this is normal. This is lunch.
Sundays, it's like Playhouse in my house. It's French Playhouse.
Yeah? What do you do?
They get dressed at their house.
No way. Tell me all about this.
He dresses kids, too.
He's a dandy.
A Sunday dandy. Last time I did deux tartes, les pralines roses, and the Linzer torte. I made a crème caramel. I made salade d'orange au rhum.
Right.
Vieux rhum. I made les pruneaux au vin rouge.
Right.
Prunes
with red wine. Yeah.
With the crème fraîche. And then a huge cheese cart. There was about like 15 kinds of cheese.
Right. And how many people are in your family at this meal?
Him and his wife and 2 young boys.
And how old are the kids?
2 and 4.
So you, your wife, and a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old.
They don't make it to the end. Usually I have to like prematurely open the vest.
You don't like pruneau?
You know, when I'm thinking this, and I'm thinking that well, that's really f***ed up, but I'm also thinking, you know, I got to do that. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And actually, my daughter would totally be into it.
Once every few decades, maybe every century, a nation will produce a hero. An Escoffier, a Muhammad Ali, a Dalai Lama, Joey Ramone. Someone who changes everything about their chosen field, who changes the whole landscape. Life after them is never the same. Martin Picard is such a man. A heretofore unencountered hybrid of rugged outdoorsman, Veteran chef with many years of fine dining experience, renegade, innovator, he is one of the most influential chefs in North America. He is also a proud Quebecois, and perhaps he, more than anyone else, has defined for a new generation of Americans and Canadians what that means. He is an unlikely ambassador for his country and his province. But maybe not so unlikely. I mean, look at him, out for a day trapping beaver with local trapper Carl.
No?
So the bait is wood?
Yeah, they just eat the bark.
They eat the bark?
Yeah.
No, I understand. In pioneer days, beaver was the financial engine of Canada.
Yeah.
Empires were built on it. Every hat practically in the world was made of a beaver pelt.
That's why today it's the icon of Canada.
To a lesser extent, the tradition continues today. Carl continues to trap, usually called on by provincial officials to trap beaver and clear away dams and control what could become a destructively overpopulated situation.
Yeah.
No way.
Hello, my little friend.
Well, this is a young one, and those are the one we want to eat.
What would you compare the meat to? Is there anything like it?
That's the thing, you know, there's nothing like it. You know, when you eat beaver, you understand that it's beaver.
Martin, along with an encyclopedic knowledge of fine wines and an inexplicable attachment to the music of Celine Dion, is a big believer in honoring history and tradition. If you still trap beavers, you should, if at all possible, cook them and eat them, not just strip them of their pelts. And as incredible as it might seem, you can cook beaver really, really well. Beaver tail, on the other hand, is not actually beaver at all, rather a quick spoon bread type of thing that in our case goes somewhat awry during an inadvertent inferno.
With the sauce, it almost looks like chocolate. It's so rich looking, huh?
I love it when it's like that. Some people don't put too much blood, but I like when it's very thick.
Wow. It's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it is. I wasn't joking about it.
Tastes like chicken. No, it doesn't taste like chicken at all.
This is your first time.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, that's something. I think you almost eat everything. Huh?
Yeah, at this point, you know, animals, they see me and they're like, oh, no,
no, not him.
Yeah, not that guy.
There's a joke around here somewhere, but to tell you the truth, the stuff is just too good. It's like 10 below zero in this freaking town. And that generally does not spell good time for me. A good time for me is more like a palm tree, a beach, a swimming pool, where the only cold thing is my beer. But no, these hardy culinarians of the North like to frolic in the snow and ice. More accurately, they like to obey their genetic Quebecois imperative to risk dental and maxillofacial injury by skating around, slapping at a hard disc, trying to drive it in each other's general direction. I believe they call this sport hockey.
This is not in my blood. Do you skate?
Yeah, we grew up on rinks like this.
Does everyone in Quebec, is it pretty much obligatory? Here's your
what else
stick,
can you do?
kid.
There's no reason to live here if it's no hockey.
Hockey rinks pop up all over the city to accommodate Montrealers' desire to risk teeth, groin, and limb. And right behind Fred and Dave's restaurant, Joe Beef, a pickup game of chefs, cooks, and hospitality professionals is underway.
Some of these guys have put a charitable beer a little long in a tooth to be out there swinging sticks at each other and skidding around in the ice. This is a normal behavior. People actually do this for fun.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an everyday Quebecois growing up playing hockey. Canadian national sport, man.
Right, and this young one is already being indoctrinated. Hello, young man.
You gonna play hockey? You're good at hockey? Are you gonna be a goalie or a player?
Wow.
Player.
Oh, damn. Quick. Am I going to get like a mouthful of puck, by the way?
and catered with Fred and Dave's usual restraint.
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, come eat.
Hot cocoa in styrofoam cups? No. Try a titanic choucroute garnie à la Alsacienne, containing Flintstone-sized hunks of pork belly, poitrine, bacon, homemade boudin blanc, kielbasa, smoked chops, plus like veal and pork links.
Oh, yeah. This is a truly heroic choucroute.
Oh, look at the beautiful work of linking these.
It's awesome. This dish is the single best argument for sharing a border with Germany.
And of course, the finest wines known to humanity.
We got German wine, we got Sylvaner in pirate bottles.
Sweet. What am I drinking here?
Canadian Riesling. This is Norman Hardy Riesling from Prince Edward County, 5 hours from here. Amazing wine.
There's an allegory here somewhere. I'm reaching for it. Something about Fred and Dave's reckless abandon coupled with precision and technique. A hockey metaphor, perhaps. The hell with it. Ooh, look, sausages. Montreal to Quebec City by rail. 160 miles of wintry vistas whip past the windows, evocative for some of another time.
Here you go, Canadian caviar. Sturgeon, Acadian caviar.
I'm not sure about Dave McMillan, but in Fred Morin's perfect world, we would all travel by rail. It would still be the golden age of rail travel.
So tell me about the Great Canadian Rail System.
It's purely emotional.
Really?
There's nothing rational about it.
Fred is what one might call conservatively an aficionado.
How extreme is your railroad nerdism?
This is how bad it gets. Operating manual.
For this model of train?
Yeah, this model.
So you have other operating
This is how to
manuals.
Books, printed ephemera, collectibles. Fred retains an enduring love for the great iron horses that still take passengers across the frozen land he calls home. But it's something more than just nostalgia. It's also an appreciation for a dying art.
I mean, it's like the old cruise ships, or you transport your comfort, you know?
In those halcyon days of cross-country rail, there were lavish dining cars, luxurious sleeping compartments, a bar car with liveried attendants.
We look at the menus of how people used to eat on trains. It's also inspiration of how we cook in the restaurant.
Casserole of sweetbreads and fresh peas with béarnaise sauce, roast leg of lamb, currant jelly.
Very nice pictures in the book, the Dining by Train book. And the guy holding the turkey and cutting the turkey, and you order a drink, it comes from a bottle made out of glass into a glass made out of glass.
Right.
Which is kind of cool in our day and age.
Comes back to service, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
We are presented with a perfectly serviceable omelet. There may no longer be a smoking lounge with brass spittoons, but this does not mean a traveler has to suffer.
So you always travel with a truffle shaver?
Well, during truffle season.
As a gentleman must. Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta get a in-action photograph here. Hold on. Canadian Rail. So all these people are gonna like be expecting. Wait a minute, where's my fist-sized black truffle? Can I have the truffle option, please? Oh, of course.
What was the other?
Don't forget the foie.
Quebec City, one of the oldest European settlements in North America. Samuel de Champlain, known as the father of New France, sailed up the St. Lawrence and founded the site in 1608. When the fighting started with you-know-who, Quebec City was the French stronghold, until the bitter end, when the French fell at the Plains of Abraham. The French may have lost that one, but some things French have stayed firm, unbowed, resiliently unchanged by trends or history. Le Continental is the kind of place about which I am unreservedly sentimental.
J'ai mangé ici quand j'étais plus jeune. When I was younger, I ate here with my grandparents and my parents, yes.
That's older restaurant in town, opened in 1956.
Classic, unironic, Cuisine ancienne, meaning dishes you haven't seen since, like, forever. A hipster-free zone of French, continental, ocean liner classics, such as Caesar salad, tossed fresh, to order, tableside, and beef tartare, also prepared tableside, as one must. Shrimp cocktail, not a deconstructed shrimp cocktail, mind you, a shrimp cocktail, the way Jesus wants you to eat them, all served by a dedicated professional.
At culinary school, we were taught this. I mean, real customers as your final class. We'd have to do the field of fruits, tableside, all that, which inevitably would fly off the fork and land in somebody's soup. I was so bad at it, too. I'd start with the orange, run into trouble, and I'll be right back behind the screen. I'm like with my teeth, stripping the thing. At least once a day, one of the students would set themselves or the customers on fire. The sterno would like spill and they'd light it. There'd be this line from like the thing down across the floor, up their leg.
No, that shit doesn't happen here. Like I said, professionals.
This is gonna go like a big fireball.
Fireball, good.
The kind who know how to properly prepare these dishes.
Sweet.
I swear I had like a goosebump moment where...
Yeah.
For Dave, another classic. Filet de boeuf en boîte. A filet mignon, a sauce made of cognac, cream, and glace de viande.
That is nice. Look at that.
And for Fred, Scampi Newburg. When's the last time you saw the word Newburg on a menu?
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
But for me, that most noble of dishes, Dover sole. This appears to be one of the few remaining servers alive who knows how to take that fish off the bone, sauce it, and properly serve it.
Thank you very much.
Bon appétit.
Merci. Man, I love this place. I'm so happy. It's very comforting. There's continuity in this world.
Across town, another thing entirely. The younger, wilder l'affaire et ketchup, which I am reliably informed means everything's cool in local idiom. At this point in my life, I just don't know anymore. Are these young cooks, these servers, these dedicated entrepreneurs, are they hipsters? Or am I just a cranky old who thinks anybody below the age of 30 is a hipster? I don't know, but I admire them.
So how much did it cost you when you opened?
Not much.
Look at this tiny electric 4-burner stove. At no point in my cooking career could I have worked with one of these without murdering everyone in the vicinity before hanging myself from the nearest beam.
How long did it take you to adapt to the
I would say like 3 months. At the beginning, I was lucky that I didn't have like a lot of customers because I was like, oh man, oh. I was freaking out.
And yet these kids today, look at them go, serving a wildly ambitious and quite substantial, ever-changing menu out of this Suzy homemaker oven. Tonight, there's razor clams with beurre noisette. Ooh, and a cream of haddock roe.
Very cool, thank you. I love razor clams.
And coquille Saint-Jacques. You'll notice that nobody in Quebec seems to skimp on the portions. A terrine of foie gras, head cheese with cassis mustard. Oh, and riz de veau truffé, that's truffled sweetbreads. And you got some goose hearts persillade for good measure.
There's a goose heart. It's excellent, goose heart.
Hearts in general.
Oh, also you got your morue salé with grilled tomato bread. That's salt cod for you Anglos. I'm all swollen up like the Michelin tire dude and ready to burst in a livery omnidirectional mist. Hotel motel time for me. How Canadian is Quebec? Are they truly one entity or two? This is a question that has been wrestled with for some time. Quebec is certainly part of Canada, but in many ways, both culturally, spiritually, and linguistically, it's very much another thing entirely. There's a lot of history, much of it contentious. Go back far enough, and you get a clearer picture of why. The French arrived on the shores of Quebec City in the early 16th century, but succumbed to the military might of Great Britain in the mid-18th. Thus began a gradual but steady persecution of all things French. The Quebecois have struggled mightily to hang on to their French heritage and language. The issue of seceding entirely, a notion that persists to some extent even today. Journalist Patrick Lagasse meets me for lunch at Bistro M sur Masson to help me understand a little bit of what many Quebecois feel is at stake.
So I was going to talk about the whole history of French, Quebecois identity, the separatist movement, all of this, but I have to get right to the pressing matter of the day, Pasta Gate.
Pasta Gate. What do you want to know about Pasta Gate?
For those not up on current Quebec politics, Pasta Gate refers to an incident where local authorities notified an Italian restaurant that they were in violation of French laws because they used the word pasta, which is Italian.
This is...
Okay, stop apologizing, okay?
Don't get me wrong, my last name is Bourdain. I lean French. Hard.
I am enormously sympathetic to the language laws.
You don't think it's preposterous?
I do not think it's preposterous. But here we have a situation.
It is stupid. I agree with you completely that this province 40 years ago was in some respect an English city. So we needed to have language laws for signage and stuff.
Now, signage, for instance, must by law be principally in French. French first in all things.
But every bureaucracy produces byproducts of stupidity, and that was it. And you know what? It will not stand.
The Anglo-Canadians treated French-speaking Quebecois like second-class crap for much of history, so I get it. I'd be pissed too. I'd want my own thing, and when I got it, I'd want to make sure there's no backsliding to the bad old days.
When the Parti Québécois, the first sovereignist party to be elected, was elected in 1976, it didn't come out of a vacuum. It came out from a couple of decades of awakening and struggle.
50 years from now, will people still speaking
French?
Predominantly French in Montreal?
Yes.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
French first is something most would agree with. How far and how rigorously you want to go with that? Well...
Do you think there was ever any possibility or real majority or a plurality of Quebecois who would have voted in separate nation status? Well,
you know, in English, you guys say timing is everything.
Right.
And timing was never better than in the period 1990, 1991, 92, because in 95, this country came inches from being broken up. Yeah.
Do you think it'll ever happen in the history of the world?
I don't know, but I know one thing. Anybody who says separatism is dead in this country, in this province, is a fool.
No matter how you feel about Quebec as either separate from or as essential part of Greater Canada, any reasonable person loves this place.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Walensky's is famous for the sandwich, the
Walensky
special.
special, right.
And in what tradition does this fall?
It basically, Eastern Europe, it was a survival thing. It was because they were poor, and that's what they could make.
Walensky's, an old-school corner institution around since 1932, serving up pressed beef bologna and salami sandwiches, or specials as they call them, along with egg creams and milkshakes.
So, the special, and an appropriate beverage, egg cream? Very happy.
Here's how it goes. There are rules. The special is always served with mustard. It is never cut in two. Don't ask why, just because. That's the way it's always been done. A little respect for tradition, please.
I'm happy now. You know, some things are beloved institutions for a reason. This is delicious, thank you.
The tradition of the cabane à sucre, or sugar shack, is as old as maple syrup here in Quebec, where 70% of the world's supply comes from. Deeply embedded in the maple syrup outdoor lumberjack lifestyle is the cabin in the woods, where maple sap is collected and boiled down to syrup. Over time, many of these cabins became informal eating houses, dining halls for workers and a few guests, where a lucky few could sit at communal tables and enjoy the bounty of the trees and forests around them. Martin Picard has taken this tradition to what is somehow both its logical conclusion and insane extreme, creating his own cabane à sucre, open only during maple season and serving food stemming directly from those humble yet hearty roots. It makes perfect sense in one way. I mean, 130 acres produce about 32,000 gallons of maple sap, which run through these tubes to here, where they're cooked down to about 800 gallons of syrup, which is more or less what they use per season here. Nothing leaves the property. And it makes sense while you're here to raise hogs and cattle on the property, and maybe keep a cabin or two around for any friends who get too loaded to sleep it off. But this? Is there really any reason for this?
What are you doing here? Why do you have to make life so hard? If money were your primary motivation, this doesn't seem like the fastest road to untold wealth.
My grandfather, had a sugar shack. Everybody had a. You can go back, 3 generations. They had a sugar shack, and I'm very proud of Quebec. I'm very proud of Canada.
You celebrate Canadian history. You celebrate Canadian traditions. You celebrate Canadian ingredients in a way that no one else has. Are you some kind of patriot? Is that what's going on here? Is it national
I think that's very much it. He's very much a patriot. I say it all the time. This is one of the most important restaurants to me in North America, if not the world. It's an art installation if you actually pretty look at it.
The meal begins with a tower of maple desserts.
Good Lord.
Sponge maple toffee, maple donuts, beaver tails, maple cotton candy. But wait, there's more. Almond croissant, whippet biscuits, some nougat.
Ah, there we go. I think that's a first for me. I've never seen that done.
No?
Well, not with a hammer.
Let the madness begin. Next, a whole lobe of foie gras with baked beans on a pancake cooked in duck fat, of course, cottage cheese, and eggs cooked in maple syrup.
Wow, that's awesome.
There's a healthy salad, sautéed duck hearts, gizzards, and pig's ear, topped with a heaping pile of fried pork rinds.
Good Lord.
Oh, and a calf brain and maple bacon omelet. And these.
How is this made?
With love.
With love.
Panko-encrusted duck drumsticks with shrimp and salmon mousse and maple barbecue sauce.
Good Lord. Wow.
So this is a classic Québécois dish. It's called la tourtière, a meat pie.
Tourtière du Chac, a whole Laracam cheese, foie gras, calf brain, sweetbreads, bacon, and arugula. But with Martin, that's not sufficient.
Usually there's no truffle, but I just...
Yes, black truffles.
More truffle.
Yeah, it's gonna be too much truffle.
My blood's getting thicker as I look at that.
And now the main course, a homegrown, smoked right out front, local ham, with pineapple and green beans amandine. And chicken. But with Martin, a chicken is never just chicken.
That's stuffed with cotechino, foie gras, and lobster. We pump lobster bisque in the chicken.
Into the chicken.
Yeah. Wait.
Good God.
There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Someone should be singing the national anthem now. I mean, really.
And practically prehistoric old-school Canadian classic. Maple syrup is heated, then poured on snow, becoming a kind of taffy. But the preferred delivery mechanism does present some issues.
No. Take a big one, and you have to suck it. Don't swallow it, Look, You have to go like that, slowly, slowly, you know? Just that. Slowly, slowly. That's how it's good. That's it.
Can I do that in a manly way?
Yeah.
You just don't look down at it. You sort of look away in a distracted way. It's like, I'm really talking to you.
The best way is to look up.
Finally, there's maple meringue cake and maple ice cream with chocolate shards.
Any suggestion how to attack this?
We did it once. I want the chef suggesting for the ice cream cone. Chef suggests that you eat the ice cream like that.
That's the thing. I think there's too much focusing on the food.
Yeah.
You know, like wow, this is very intellectual, and wow, and then blah blah. I've done too much all those shit. You know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to play game anymore. No?
Because food is feces in waiting.
This is CNN.
If there's one thing you always need on a cold, snowy night, it's yet another hearty meal. I meet back up with Fred and Dave at Liverpool House, the sister restaurant to Joe Beef.
I think we always compensate a little bit with overabundance of food because of our insecurity of not being like good cooks.
No, you know what? It's a combination of low self-esteem and generosity that explains the amount of food, perhaps.
First course.
Jambon blanc.
Sausamon.
Gravlax of char. Solomon Gundy.
Meats and eggs.
Look at that.
Tweet fumé Bellevue.
Unbelievable. Look at the aspic work.
This is smoked eel and potatoes inside. A brioche d'anguille fumé. Salmon pastrami.
And wait a minute, this is super classic.
Œuf en gelée.
And this, œuf en gelée, egg in aspic, soft-boiled or poached egg in clear gelatin set broth, classically garnished with white ham, tarragon leaves, black truffles.
Oh my God. I was pretty sure that I would live the rest of my life without ever seeing this again. Ah, delicious.
But tonight, after a full week of Franco-Canadian full-on assaults on our livers and our lights, Fred and Dave thought it would be both delicious and merciful to take advantage of the somewhat lighter and insanely delicious fare by their brilliant chef Omar, who's from Pakistan. Amazing, authentic Pakistani food.
So what do we have here?
Butter chicken crab, octopus tikka, little eggplants braised with anar seeds, pomegranate, little mushrooms, rabbit korma, fingerlings with a fenugreek and fennel. This is donkey nahari.
Yes, he did say donkey meat. Is there something wrong with that? The dishes continue. A Pakistani gumbo with okra and coriander, a sesame seed and green pepper curry, hanger steak palak paneer, all beef scotched egg, a puri with horse meat tartare, and an authentic goat biryani.
Wow. Biryani's awesome.
Are you full?
Yeah, it's food for 12.
We did good work here.
In the end, and perhaps as a nod to the Anglo tradition, however, there will be Stilton.
This is a genius meal.
These princes of gastronomy, never a suboptimal moment. Nothing short of excellent accepted. Beyond excellent. Too much excellent. Yes, possibly. Over the top? Yeah, definitely. It all comes around in the end. The circle of life. We begin at the beginning. The heart and soul of every right-thinking Quebecois, apparently. Ice, a stick, and a puck. Fred and Dave and Martin Picard are joined by the original god of Montreal gastronomy, the great chef Normand Laprise, to watch their beloved Montreal Canadiens lay waste to the Carolina Hurricanes. All the while eating, of course, and drinking, as it turns out, the finest wines known to humanity.
And here we go.
130 Hercules is past the point of no return. The point at which there's not enough fuel to safely turn back, no matter what the weather is on the ice. It's loud back here, the moan of 4 massive props, relentless. I'm dressed, like all of us who've been approved to make this journey, in the same regulation gear as required by the National Science Foundation for all flights and means of conveyance on the ice. Thick, goose-down parka, known by one and all as Big Red, heavy waterproof overalls, inflatable bunny boots, gloves, long underwear, cap. I am talking layers. The runway is frozen sea ice, 10 feet thick. The airport shuttle, Ivan the Terrabus, a road warrior-looking behemoth that takes us slowly towards our destination.
We're driving Ivan, 40 feet long, 67,000 pounds, 23 years old, made out of some good Canadian steel. Sometimes the heat actually works. This year it does.
It is no short hop to Antarctica, and no easy thing to see it the way it should be seen. The last unfucked up place on Earth.
There we are. Try to get plenty of rest and enjoy the Antarctic.
McMurdo Station, the largest U.S. base on the continent. The hub, supply, and support center for everything we do here in Antarctica. The pursuit of pure science. It ain't pretty. It looks like a mining camp. But look closely and you notice things, like the total absence of litter. Not a single cigarette butt. It's one of the most carefully regulated communities on the planet. And it is a community, a tightly knit, highly organized, very odd subculture of just under 1,000 people in summer and 150 in winter, all working towards the same thing in this most remote, barren, yet stunningly beautiful continent. Work is seasonal in McMurdo, and it's the type of place that demands a very special kind of individual. Everyone is interdependent and comes to realize that very quickly. The scientists, known in local parlance as beakers, depend absolutely on a support community of specialists like the carps or carpenters, heavy equipment operators, the fuelies, riggers, pilots, wasties, cooks. Like I said, it takes a special breed of hard ass to not just make it down here, but like it. You got to be tough.
Right now, I love being in McMurdo because it's like being at a spa for scientists.
Doug McHale is one of the world's preeminent glaciologists who's been coming to Antarctica since the 70s. The Coffee House, one of 3 watering holes on station. It's not much to look at, but offers a welcome respite from the cold.
One thing about this continent that's special is the vertical hierarchy. Everybody respects up and down equally. The janitor really does have a sense that their action is right at the front line. That doesn't happen as much elsewhere in the world of science. Tangibly seeing a contribution.
What brought you here? It's cold out here.
It's part of some kind of personal honor. People who come as a scientist might think of their science as driving them more than thinking of coming to a place that is definitely different than anywhere else in the world.
Despite its seemingly endless whiteness, what you see is a desert, technically, the highest and driest on the planet. A frozen desert, holding 61% of the entire world's fresh water. It looks like nothing lives. You won't see a single plant, a single leaf, and certainly not a puppy. Even the sun this time of year never sets. It moves in lazy circles around the sky. But shit is indeed moving. Beneath your feet, all around you, just very slowly.
An ice shelf is a kind of glacier that flows off the land, but it begins to float in the ocean.
It's fresh water.
It's freshwater ice, and the ice itself varies from the snow like today, and down at the bottom, ice that might have fallen as snow 35,000 years ago. It's the part of the Antarctic ice sheet we call the buttress because it fringes the entire continent. It might take 50,000 years for the ice at South Pole to get into the Ross Sea and bust off as an iceberg. But it would take only 20,000 years or even 10,000 years if the ice shelf wasn't there. This is the biggest pile of free ice in the solar system.
McMurdo is at the tip of Ross Island, surrounded by miles of frozen sea. There are a lot of different types of ice down here.
Glaciology started about 50 years ago. Our entire science is driven by the fact that we're still trying to figure out what Antarctica is doing in terms of sea level, how the ice sheet is expanding or contracting, how it's flowing, whether it melts in some places, how it busts off icebergs that float away in the ocean. And we're trying to come up with some kind of a solid, reliable statement about what cities like San Francisco and New York and Shanghai have to plan for.
Antarctica, for all too obvious reasons, remained free of any sustained human contact until the mid-20th century, when the U.S. Navy launched Operation Deep Freeze, an enormous logistical enterprise that established the first permanent base here at McMurdo in 1955.
Deep down in the ice, caves were cut, and here the supplies were packed away in a natural fridge. Frozen meat, perfectly preserved, but where's that axe? Let's have a bit of 15-year-old ham.
Since the National Science Foundation took over from the Navy, things have gotten a lot less Wild West around here. It feels like dorm life at college. Bathrooms are communal, everybody rotates housekeeping duties, and everybody shuffles off at designated hours to the galley, where the cooks do the very best they can, given the infrequent delivery of what are called with longing tones around here, freshies, or anything not frozen, canned, or prepared.
Little connectivity I have with the outside world, I owe entirely to you. You've been helping me enormously.
Joni works IT and has been coming here for 9 seasons.
But it's coming, right? I mean, sooner or later, they're going to put a satellite up there and everyone down here is going to
Maybe. I mean, I think we're a long way away from having cell service down here and everybody having internet like at home.
It's really the last place on Earth for cell service.
Christy is a heavy equipment operator, coming for 19 seasons.
I actually started off in 2 seasons in the galley, and then I ended up getting trained on the equipment.
So you learned an entirely new profession so that you could stay here.
Yeah.
And Jules, another heavy equipment operator, who could most likely kick your ass, eat your lunch, then kick your ass again, has been coming for an astonishing 38 seasons.
So what were you doing before?
See, my mom worked for the company, and she wanted me to come, because I didn't want to come.
She was trying to get rid of you, or what?
Yeah, she wanted to come.
When you first started coming, how many women were here? What was the ratio?
My first 2 years were at South Pole. There were probably 90 civilians. I was the only female at South Pole. And there were probably 12 total in McMurdo and probably 1,100 men.
Was the Navy still running the place back then?
Yes, and I had a lot of respect because the United States Navy was the one that integrated this place. And originally down here it was kind of this thing like, shall we let women be here?
Right.
And then we had an admiral come down and he's like, dude, where's all the women? And oh, we don't have facilities for them. And he said, well, you goddamn better get facilities for them. When I first came down here, the company was all about, hey, this is special. There's not very many civilians. You know, it's wild and free, and it's a great place to be.
Just looking out the window, having seen what you see on a regular basis and experienced what you've experienced, is that an alienating experience?
I really appreciate how simple life is and how little you need to get by. Like, you just pack a couple duffel bags and you come down. But then I find when I go home, sometimes I get caught up in the I want, I need. And that's the part that kind of bums me out.
And that's one of the things I like about it, is that there's no rat race, there's no errands. It's a pretty egalitarian society here. NSF sitting down at tables with us, and the janitors and the fuelies are as important as the people who run the station. Nothing gets done without power, and there's no power without fuel. There's no fuel without roads. There's no roads without heavy equipment. So it just kind of goes from there, and I kind of appreciate what everybody else's role is.
This is a place where things are more powerful that don't involve money.
You make lifelong friendships. The beauty of this place is astounding. It's such a unique experience.
There's something magical about being here, a shared experience. You know, a lot of people get really hooked on this place, and it's inexpressible, I guess, as to what it is.
In Antarctica, the sun sets once a year and rises once a year. Some twilight in late March, then 5 months of darkness and extreme cold and weather conditions lasting until September. 6 months of daylight, the Antarctic summer season, where we are now. Constant sunlight, reflecting off the ice, and it can and does fry the brain.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Romano. This is the Hot Cup of Joe radio show. We're going to spin some tunes here. I have a special guest in here today. Here to visit us at the McMurdo Station, Antarctica, Mr. Tony Bourdain.
There are no roads and few suitable runways beyond McMurdo. For short hops, the main mode of transportation is helicopter. Ryan Skorecki gets a lot of flying time shuttling scientists to and from remote field camps.
So that's Mount Lister. It's probably 60 or 70 miles away, and that's over 14,000 feet high.
Looks close.
Yeah. Look at that massive snow bridge right there, huh? And there's some good building-sized blocks.
How deep are those crevasses?
They swallow buildings. It's very impressive.
So that's what you don't want to hit with your snowmobile.
Right.
People climb around in those things?
The mountaineers will have drills to practice extricating somebody.
There is a steep learning curve to flying down here, skillfully handling gale force winds, reduced control at high altitudes, and the unpredictability of extreme turbulence around mountains and active volcanoes.
Slowly but surely climbing, and it's minus 20 outside.
Erebus, and that's
Mount Terror.
This is Mount Erebus, the southernmost active volcano on Earth. Antarctica was a great mystery for most of human history. Only a theory, a great white space at the bottom of the world.
We're just passing 8,500, so we'll go another 4,000. You're gonna see the main crater in just a second.
The conditions endured by the first British Antarctic explorers like Scott and Shackleton and Norwegian Amundsen, and the lengths of time they endured them are, well, horrifying to imagine. They made their journeys in wooden ships, man-hauling equipment across glaciers, ice floes, mountains, and frozen seas, surviving on penguin meat when rations ran out.
You might start to smell some sulfur.
Yeah, I smell that sulfur. What's our altitude now?
13.2.
Cool.
About 22 miles from McMurdo is Cape Royds, where a penguin colony of about 2,000 breeding pairs live. Marine ecologist Dr. David Ainley has been studying this colony for 20 years.
So you're tagging the young ones?
Right.
Do you follow them through their entire life? I mean, essentially.
Yeah. This year we've got a bunch of individuals that are 20 years old.
Why penguins? What brought you to penguins initially?
Well, this kind of penguin just does everything with no secrets.
Right.
If you ask the right question and you're creative enough, then they're going to give you the answer without a lot of guessing. What really interests me is the relationship of these penguins to the ocean and how they fit into the food web. During the 90s, small colonies like Cape Royds were increasing much faster than the large colonies, where the competition for food was so intense. In the last 10 years, colonies started increasing again. We think it's because of fishery for Antarctic toothfish. The toothfish and the penguins eat the same prey, so now there's more fish available for adults to capture and feed to their chicks.
Oh, so there's less competition, therefore more of the same prey available.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of them going in the water, but they're looking for some indicator that there's fish down there.
They're afraid to cross the ice crack because leopard seals might be in them. They're very hesitant, so then finally they make the plunge.
I mean, they're very agile. They don't look at first blush, they appear clumsy, but watching them, they've got a lot of moves.
Yeah, they're very, very agile.
Increasingly, people want to see penguins. They are much loved by, children everywhere. A lot of people would like to come to Antarctica as tourists and look at penguins up close in their natural environment without impacting them in a negative way. Is that a good thing?
And the thing about Antarctica is that most scientists just kind of keep their nose to the grindstone. So the only advocacy for Antarctica has to come from the public. It's very valuable to have these tours because then people have an ownership. They've been there and they see it.
What keeps you coming back? I mean, other than the work.
I wanted to come to Antarctica because I heard it was a very severe place and, nature was the king, daunting. Having a chance to be humbled by something greater than you is, I think, an important part of being here.
Not all of Antarctica is covered with ice. 60 miles out of town are the dry valleys. The 1% of the continent devoid of snowfall. Scott called it the Valley of Death, and it feels like Mars. In fact, they used to test out equipment for Martian exploration here. Desolate but beautiful. The Canada Glacier, a wall of ice, right there where it seems to have stopped short, pulled back, scraping up a beach on a frozen lake. Here is one of the NSF's oldest and more legendary field camps, Lake Hoare. Everything comes in by helicopter. The base here supports a small team of scientists and staff working on a variety of long-term projects. It is, however, most legendary for this woman, Ray Spain, the camp's manager, who's been coming to Lake Hoare for 19 seasons. Said to be the best cook on the continent. This in an environment where so-called freshies the rare fresh vegetable is spoken of in hushed tones of near fetishistic appreciation. Staying over at Lake Hore is a rare privilege, enjoyed by few, like Dr. Michael Gusev, a hydroecologist, and Dr. Byron Adams, a biologist.
So what are you looking at here?
Everything that lives here lives in the soil. We study the soil organisms, mostly the animals that live here, but also the microbes that those animals feed off of.
Right.
This is just a marker to tell us to stay on this trail.
Okay.
These soils are so sensitive that if we walk off the trail or whatever, we can completely jack up the soil organisms that live below there.
Oh, like that guy?
Yeah, like that dude. He's totally, he's gonna get wiped out. When scientists came and first started studying, they thought that these soils were sterile, but we dispelled that myth. When the glaciers melt and the streams flow, that's where you find life.
So why does this area look like this? Where's the ice? How come the ground is sort of soft and spongy?
The polar plateau, where most of the ice accumulates, starts to spread out towards the edges of the continent, but the transantarctic mountains form a barrier. So the ice sheet hits the mountains and it can't get through. The other thing is that there are these really gnarly winds that come off of the drop down on the plateau and then rush towards the edges of the continent, gushing through these valleys.
So it's a fluky microclimate here.
We call it the banana belt of Antarctica. It's warm, we're coastal.
Life at Lake Hore, considering the limitations and the difficulties, is freaking luxurious by continental standards. Out here, by the way, as everywhere on the continent, every bit of waste is separated and collected. One pees in a bottle and pours it in the barrel, where it is eventually collected and shipped back to America. Life here most definitely has its advantages. Ray and her staff seem always to be making something delicious. Homemade bread, scones, muffins appear throughout the day. Tonight it's barbecue pork tenderloin.
Oh, that looks good. Pork tenderloin? Damn.
Grilled mahi sticks and shrimp marinated in chili sauce. Homemade sourdough bread, a roasted beet salad.
Gosh, look at the salad. It's so purple and it has avocado in it.
What cannot be fresh is nonetheless delicious. Edamame salad with dried cranberries and carrots. Roasted vegetables. One might find oneself enjoying a cocktail or two.
This is an amazing spread.
I know.
What are you guys doing here? What are you looking for?
I'm collecting water samples in the streams and also collecting samples of the algae.
So we're looking at these cyanobacteria mats which create this rainbow shag rug in the streams, which is it's super cool.
Well, you know, the beginning of the 20th century, when scientists and explorers were national heroes, there was a hunger for knowledge and discovery. Not a good climate for facts, though, that we live in today.
No. We may interpret our facts differently, but we don't get to make up our own facts.
I mean, there are plenty of people out there who believe the Flintstones is pretty much an accurate portrayal of history.
Don't laugh, Mike. That's true. I know.
Public, they're funding our science in large part. You want that connection between the public and the scientist, and that's something we don't do a great job of back home.
I get this criticism all the time, though, that you scientists need to do a better job of presenting your research. I get that, but I'm a professor at a university. I present knowledge and information. They attend the classes, they learn all this awesome stuff, they're thoughtful, they enter the world, they make the world better, but they don't do it in a 5-minute soundbite.
But we live in a terrible new reality where you better have a 5-minute soundbite or they're coming for you.
Right. We got to learn how to teach evolutionary biology, 140 characters.
Yeah, pretty much. So you guys just need better press.
Yeah.
You are gathering data that will potentially save the world from flesh-eating, anal-seeking algae. We need a giant nematode to rampage through West Virginia or some shit like that. Everybody's gonna be extremely interested in what you're doing.
In a battle between a nematode and the algae, who's going to win?
Algae. Nematodes eat algae.
For now. I'm betting on algae. In this time, you've all chosen to come out here, and you've all been born in the wrong century. Why do you put up with these people?
Because everybody here is such incredible people. I can't help it. I can't find any place else like this. 34 years later, still in love with the place.
By the way, this is an amazing meal.
Lucky for us, some freshies showed up today because it gets really challenging.
It's her superpower.
Because I've got like 4 drawers of spices. I think that can make a difference.
Makes it different.
Well, the meal was delicious. Thank you. This is sort of the last place on Earth where pure science seems to be celebrated at every level of society, where people are making great personal sacrifices in pursuit of knowledge. That sounds quaint where I come from. But it's an entire continent of seekers in a world that is increasingly hostile to basically everything you're all about. It's quite wonderful.
Wouldn't that be great, though? Eh? If everyone played as nice as we do with other nations, working together to do science, collaborating.
Yeah. Dream on, buddy.
Some money.
The meal is followed by a precarious trip across the frozen lake to the beach. Because what's Antarctica about if it ain't about a beach party?
Skier 22, Max Center, go ahead.
Skier 22, trips pull 5, battery 29er, in the block 200 to 26030. Estimate pull 6007, South Pole now.
Skier 22, roger, thank you.
Another C-130. The big, gorgeous workhorse of the Antarctic gets you to the ass end of the planet, where it's north every direction you go. Bottom of the world.
So I like to say this is the biggest airplane you can do little airplane things with. You see ski planes or float planes, and we're trying to do those same types of missions with a C-130, which is unusual.
Everything that built the station actually came on one of these C-130s. They had to build it using trusses and pieces that could fit in the confines of an LC-130.
It's a fun job, and supporting the scientists is fantastic.
In just a few hours, we cross the Ross Ice Shelf, fly up the Beardmore Glacier into the heart of Antarctica, the polar plateau.
How many miles from McMurdo to the pole around?
735 miles.
Scott walked that? What was going through his mind?
Yeah.
They'd love to suffer.
The first explorers who got here or came close raced across the continent, striving to be the first. Amundsen made it before anyone in 1911, beating Scott by only 34 days. Amundsen wisely used huskies to pull his sleds across the ice. Scott didn't, and his team never made it back alive. The South Pole. What you might not know or be prepared for is the South Pole is high, like 9,000 feet above sea level. And it's cold, real cold, but you knew that. You feel the altitude. Today, the base at South Pole has the feel of a space station, a warm, comfortable bubble in the middle of, well, the Great Void. It can be incredibly harsh out there, with winds reaching as high as 50 knots and temperatures regularly dropping below -50 degrees Fahrenheit. About 200 scientists and staff work here during the summer season.
Some of the few freshies that we have left.
Oh, really? Chef Brian Denham is responsible for keeping them all fed and happy. He's been coming here for about 5 seasons, wintering over for 3 of those. Again, one makes a lot with a little.
What do you think a likely common thread is between all of the people who choose to come to this place?
Everybody's got a spirit of adventure here. It's really cool because you think, oh, I've done some pretty cool things, and then you talk to someone else and think, oh, I've done nothing.
Dr. Stuart Jeffries is an astronomer and solar specialist.
First year's for the adventure, the second year's for the money, the third year's because you don't fit in nowhere else.
Yeah, can't function anywhere else.
That's right.
Siri Grossman runs equipment and supply.
I really love it here. feel like I live on a space station. I keep coming back.
It's damn good. I like after a hard day, grabbing blocks of ice is exactly what you need.
People that work outside, I mean, they'll burn 5,000 to 6,000 calories a day.
Generally speaking, people can work between 1 and 4 hours at a time before they need to
Come in and get warmed up.
Yeah.
We eat pretty good down here considering where we are. So we got a 5-week menu cycle. Every Friday for 4 weeks is New York strips. On the 5th week, we do filet mignon and crab legs. We don't really do fancy food. We just do basic food well.
Filet mignon with crab legs?
Yeah, that's every 5 weeks.
Right. How do you deal with vegetarians with no freshies?
We got lots of frozen and canned stuff.
It's like justice.
Yeah.
Who determines the playlist?
It's usually whoever shift is going on at the time.
I think there was a complaint one day about the music. Then they picked this really awful song the next day and they played it over and over
It was
and
an
over.
afternoon delight. We just put it on loop. We started listening to German talk radio too.
German talk radio?
Yeah.
So what do you do here?
We're looking at the inside of the sun, doing a seismic probing.
No one's looking for frozen Nazi cyborgs?
I think they get those in the top few layers.
They're around here somewhere, I'm sure of it.
Beneath the station is a subterranean world. "2,000 feet of tunnels, 30 feet down. Carved into the walls, impromptu shrines, depicting personal messages, remembrances left behind by long-gone workers. A frozen, constantly moving and shifting network of passageways
The walls come in, the ceiling comes down, the floor comes up.
requiring constant maintenance.
What's supporting this roof?
Compaction of the snow.
Scott Smith runs the crews, keeping these tunnels clear and pipes flowing.
We're in the process now of taking the chainsaw depth off the walls and the ceiling to make them into a more usable entry. A lot of work.
Pretty amazing feat of engineering here.
The lowest recorded temperature at the South Pole is 117 degrees below zero.
We're roughly minus 59 right now.
Minus 59?
It's Fahrenheit.
Wow. Well, it feels like minus 20.
Ish.
I can tell you it scorches the lungs and creeps through your heavy outerwear.
200 feet below the ground. We've melted a giant, enormous lake down to about 2 million gallons. It takes about 20 inches of snow to make an inch of water. Pump the fresh water supply up to the station. It gets treated at the power plant.
Yeah.
The rest comes back down, recirculated. It's hot, which then melts more ice.
Right.
This giant hole in the ground contains our sewage for future removal. Water on top, sewer on the bottom.
What do they do down here? Some pretty trippy shit, as it turns out. This is the Bicep in the Dark Sector Lab, and the South Pole Telescope, 10 meters across, mapping thousands of degrees of sky. Today, they're installing the most advanced camera of its kind.
It's the 3rd generation South Pole Telescope camera, 16,000 pixels. It weighs about 2,500 pounds. In a couple days, we're gonna pull it up into the telescope and try and see if we can hit the sky with it.
Very cool. It's like a Bond villain stuff, you know.
Yeah, no, it's right.
Astrophysicists like Dan Marone will be looking through those telescopes at, get this, Sagittarius A, the freaking black hole at the center of the Milky Way.
We think we know what black holes look like, but no one's ever actually looked at one. And if you can build a telescope the size of the entire Earth, you can actually see with enough resolution to watch things swirling around, disappearing into the black hole. We're basically taking every submillimeter telescope in the world to synthesize one telescope that's 11,000 kilometers across, basically in size of the entire Earth.
Really?
So that we can take a picture of the black hole at the center of our galaxy.
Wow. South Pole, particularly useful because?
There's no other site like this. The atmosphere is extremely stable, it's extremely clear. There's no water in it. Water absorbs the microwaves we're looking at. So you can just map the sky day and night for 6 months a year without stopping. And it gives you the best maps we can make short of going to space.
I grew up in the Kennedy era, where the space program was everything. The first man on the moon, the space race, the whole nation, can't wait till we can get to Mars. Nobody gives a fuck now. I mean, have you seen that change? Because I felt it change.
Yeah, it's true that there is an increased skepticism of objective reality these days, but this science stands on thousands of years of human accrued understanding.
Who's interested? Like, who's most likely to benefit?
There's no immediate answer to that question.
But you're asking basic questions about the fundamental nature of matter, time, space. Surely it was people asking those kinds of questions that led directly to technologies that we take for granted now.
That's right. I mean, there's no question. We have to solve hard problems to do these things. And when we solve them, they have other applications. I've always thought of this basic research, trying to understand the universe, as one of the most hopeful things that humans do. We just want to know.
What's at the other end of that? Wouldn't you kind of like to know? At a time when science is held in open contempt, when painfully acquired data is actually being deleted from computers if it conflicts with preconceived policies, these guys are looking at some deep stuff. Where do we come from? How does it all work? How far can we go? What are we as sentient humans capable of? And what's on the other side?
Chilly. My face hurts. Oh. It really is the ass end of the world.
As the Antarctic summer season comes to an end, the U.S. Coast Guard icebreaker Polar Star cuts through 70 miles of frozen sea to make a channel for the resupply ship Ocean Giant. She delivers vital food and equipment to McMurdo before the winter closes in.
Just over 500 containers coming down, and it'll be 500 going back.
Well, it's just like a giant human. Food comes in, shit goes out.
Yep. Pretty much, yeah. The human waste does go out.
Yeah, everything, right?
The retro, the waste, old equipment.
Dale Rivers, Fleet Ops foreman, makes sure the supplies are moving on and off safely. The whole town mobilizes, working alongside hundreds of Navy Fleet Ops to unload and reload.
Oh yeah, that'll do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Russell Freeman is the executive chef at McMurdo.
It's our year supply of food.
Year supply?
Yep.
How old is this fucking bird?
Ideally, you would want it from last year.
We do a lot with a little.
Yeah. Soon after this vessel leaves, the population starts just going downhill.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to warm places, green grass, all the things you don't see down here.
Children, puppies, and
exactly.
Salads.
Yeah, and then we just scatter to the winds and regroup in August.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
At the end of the Antarctic summer season, there is, however, a vibrant party culture. And where people work hard, they deserve to party hard. Responsibly, of course. But they do go hard here. And whether it's the fuelies, or the wasties, or the riggers who throw the best parties, and there is much competition in this department, one can, it turns out, have a very good time at the end of the world.
Let's get another album queued up here.
I'm liking this song. All right, this is the world's worst and most technically inept DJ signing off. Thanks for listening.
Antarctica. Never gets old.
There is a curiosity in everyone who comes here. It's a continent of travelers, of seekers, united in the continuation of exploration, learning, the search for greater understanding, the pursuit of pure knowledge.
I have a block of cheese in my colon, the size of a grapefruit.
Tony, come on. Don't be grumpy.
Bitch. Oh, Jesus.
Sometimes I don't understand you.
I'm so hungover, I just want to crawl into the bushes and die.
Seriously?
No, I hate this. Are we there yet?
No, the chalet is maybe like, I don't know, half hour?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
It's amazing.
Worst episode ever.
I took a walk through this beautiful world. Felt the cool rain on my shoulder. Found something good in this beautiful world. I felt the rain getting colder.
The French Alps. Lovely Italians on one side, but the terrifying Swiss on the other. They're close. Too close for me. A man with a neurotic childhood fear of alpine vistas, yodeling, even cheese with holes in it. But my friend Eric requires payback. I have in recent adventures with him been unkind. He grew up in mountains like this. He's an expert skier. This is like home to him. So I thought it was only fair that he get a chance at payback. I am not a graceful skier, but I am an enthusiastic one. And that's what you come here for in winter and early spring. Some of the best slopes on Earth. Also cheese, apparently. Lots of cheese.
Just take your size.
Yes.
Okay. Then Eunice, push in the front. What do you think?
Yeah, they feel good. That feels good. Yeah. You learned to ski in what? In the Pyrenees, right?
Yeah.
I learned to ski in New Jersey.
It's the same.
Yes. That's what I always said.
You thought you were going to the moon or what?
Hey, warm feet are important. Nothing is more demoralizing than cold, wet feet. You'll be bitching in those things. Yeah,
No, man.
You'll look cool. This is gonna be like sponges.
You wish me bad luck.
No, I don't. I just think you should have proper footwear, man. Prior preparation prevents piss-poor performance.
Ski log, day one. Conditions are not ideal. It's thick powder and zero visibility. Plus, I haven't skied in years, so it hurts bad. But God bless the French, they can't go too long, not even down a mountain, without eating well.
I gotta tell you, I'm not impressed with my performance on that hill. I was dying.
Today's challenging. I mean, look, it's about 3 feet of fresh snow. The visibility was okay, barely okay.
A year ago at this time, I was a killing machine. Now I was like, I was seeing stars. I mean,
Oh, it's the altitude.
foie gras poêlé pour deux.
Côte de veau.
Et côte de veau.
And some extravagantly fantastic red wine.
We blow up the budget.
Kill them.
Kill it? Okay.
Kill them.
Okay, hold on.
Definitely the 66 Latour. How much is it? Is it expensive enough?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna love you.
We deserve it. Well, it's good.
Right? This is good, huh?
Well worth the expense to someone else.
This is the beginning. We're gonna have a week of good food, good wines, and ski, right?
So what are the spécialités of the region?
So they do the raclette.
Cheese.
You know, like, yeah, cheese.
Right.
The fondue.
That's cheese.
Tartiflette.
That's cheese.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, that's not bad. I like cheese.
Yeah. I like stews. They make a lot of stews, too.
Yeah. Of what animals?
Mostly beef.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of cows up here?
Yeah.
I like cows. To eat.
Yeah, to eat, of course.
Not much like them personally.
Where I learned to ski, we're lucky to get lukewarm chicken fingers and a Bud Light at the lodge. Here, we start with pan-seared foie gras.
Wow.
That's fancy, huh?
All right.
I mean, why do you eat that on a ski slope? Seriously.
For the main, a loin of veal gently seared and pan-roasted, joined by a wild mushroom sauce and a pretty little medley of vegetables.
Whoa.
Looking good.
Woohoo. How is it?
It's really good. It's also, I just wanted you to know, this humanely raised veal, free range, died in its sleep.
I disagree with that, but I will eat it.
I'm just trying to make you feel better about the world.
I'm all over the cheese course like a one-man army. Tome de chèvre, tome de Savoie au piment, fromage de chèvre frais, et crème de reine. That's from like a cow.
Everybody has blood on their hands, Eric, everybody.
I do too.
Right, we all do.
I do too.
The clothes we wear, the air we breathe, everything we do is built on the backs of suffering people and dying animals.
I agree.
We wallow in blood.
Ski log, day 2. Yesterday, Chef Repair showed no mercy on the mountain. Today, conditions are more to my liking. A small wager might have been made. Loser might have to eat at Johnny Rockets. Today, it is on.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. The title for your biography, for your biopic, 32 Yolks, The Revenge, or whatever we're calling it, 64 Yolks, or for a few yolks more. No, that'll be the sequel. A fistful of yolks. Okay, that's what we'll call it. We have to change it to one more manly title.
But it's
32 Yolks is okay.
Now it's becoming your book. You're changing, you decide.
Welcome to Hollywood, my friend.
Le Crèmerie, a special place at the bottom of the mountain. Croûte with morel and cream, lots of cream.
I didn't expect that. That's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, bread and mushrooms,
bread,
cheese. There's no meat in this.
No, it's no meat.
I'm like practically like Gandhi at this point.
I'm I'm not drastic. I'm not saying don't eat meat, become a vegan. I'm saying let's eat less meat.
You just think it's better for the planet?
It's good for the planet. It's good for our body. It's good for the animals.
I'll stand outside Le Bourdain. I'll tell all your customers that. You know, this fish thing, you should really... You should eat some vegetables. Bovine flatulence is a major source of carbon dioxide.
Yes. It's the biggest one in the world.
No, not the biggest one in the world.
Yes,
Bovine flatulence?
Yes. Bigger than cars, bigger than anything else.
See, this is why we should eat meat. We're saving the planet. We're going to kill these things. They're ripping a hole in the ozone layer. Listen, it stinks.
You are lost case.
J'espère que vous avez encore faim parce que la suite...
Ah oui, c'est sérieux?
C'est sérieux.
She said she hopes you're very hungry because what's coming, it's serious.
Farcen. I think that means cannonball of goodness in French because it's a big, heavy, albeit thoroughly delicious loaf of potato, bacon, dried fruit, and cream, slowly steamed in a bain-marie. This meal is a foreshadowing of the kind of light spa food that will become a regular feature of our time in the Alps.
Whoa.
We have to finish that.
It's like a volcano. Christ, look at this.
You can put dry apricots or plums as well. So it's a bit sweet and salty. Good.
It's very good.
It's really good.
You put that on Man versus Food, food wins. Can Eric Ripert eat the entire Farcen in 1 hour? If you could save the world, could you eat that? No, you can save a puppy. Could you eat that?
To save a puppy?
Yeah. The whole thing. You'd eat the whole thing to save a puppy?
Yeah.
Give me a puppy.
Vous êtes passé dans ma rue, chevauchant votre deux roues. En moins d'une seconde, vous avez disparu. Oui, peu ou prou.
Ah, nature, the rustic charms of the farm, proximity to one's ingredients, the smell of fresh grass, manure, livestock. I love it. No, actually, that's Eric.
I didn't mean to be presumptuous, but last night after dinner, I went back to my room and I whipped up a little pâté for us.
Yes, of course.
I thought the croûtes came out pretty well, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, not bad for a little microwave in my room. Because I know you're a man of expensive tastes. I foraged for truffles this morning. I rented a truffle-seeking pig. I managed to dig this guy up.
It's pretty nice.
You want to do the honors?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that knife work. You should be a chef. A nice cheese selection from this very farm.
Yes, I guess.
A process that we will be helping along today.
I'm excited about that. It's an experience. I mean, everything is an experience today.
So is a colonoscopy, but... So you ever milked a cow before?
I love going to the farm when I was a kid.
Yeah?
They had 20 cows.
In the farming community in which you grew up, did kids at school ever brag about sort of, I don't know how you describe this for a family audience, but inappropriate contact with with farm animals? Really? Never?
No.
So if I made like a grass smoothie and poured it on your crotch, I think it would be pretty funny. If no one was watching.
Yeah, no one is watching. This scene is gone. This scene doesn't exist.
Don't do that while I'm milking you, man.
She's like...
Now, the milking thing, I have some concerns. I'm afraid.
Are you?
I'm a little afraid. I think they sense that my Jersey roots as opposed to, your country ass, They know you, they recognize you as one of theirs.
Mais alors, Didine, hein? You don't like Tony, huh? Don't let him do it. Kick him in the balls. I give you $1,000 cash if you can get some milk out of this cow.
You'll give me $1,000? Okay, now we're talking, my friend. Show me how it's done, farm boy.
He's gonna show us.
Okay. Okay, I can do that.
You see how he does?
I think so. Okay?
Okay.
You first.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. We should be playing like some 70s music, you know. Okay, save some for me. Come on, man. That's my $1,000 going in that pail.
Okay, your turn.
All right. Watch how it's done. Yeah, cheese up top.
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, it's soft. Hey, what's that called? It's called $1,000, my friend. Oh, that's strangely satisfying. That's my grand. I feel like a champion.
You don't want to do a goat, huh?
So to speak.
I mean, yes.
I think we learned something here today.
Yeah, do it quickly.
Cheese. Don't get me wrong, I love cheese. I adore it. But it's day 3 of non-stop cheese, and we haven't even scratched the surface of the many wondrous specialties of the region. Hôtel de Bouet has been around for many years. One comes here for the cheese. In this case, the iconic raclette and the equally iconic fondue.
Alors, can I have a drink with you?
Please.
Marianne Chanel and her siblings are the 3rd generation of her family to run this place.
So this is a family business?
Yes.
For how many years?
Soon 130 years.
130 years. So in the family the whole time?
Yes, it's my great-granddad.
Great-grandfather.
So you're gonna have to help us.
I explain.
Finally, raclette. I've been waiting for this.
I know.
Would you like a direct on your potatoes?
Please. Oh, it bubbles.
Yeah.
Alors, I cut with this part.
Oh, man, yeah, that's... Whoa.
Vous voulez essayer de la couper?
Yeah, man, go for it.
You want to try?
No, go for it, big boy. All right,
Il faut
here
que
we
tu
go.
recules ça, ici, comme ça. Je te laisse faire, hein, je le laisse faire.
Okay.
Ah, il faut y aller vraiment, 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 vraiment. I think, no.
Is there a future for him in the restaurant business? I'm not so sure.
Normal humans do not usually follow multiple wads of oozing cheese melted over potatoes with a molten pot of more cheese.
So, you excited, finally, your fondue?
Yeah.
But we are no ordinary men. We are titans. We are centurions of dairy products.
C'est de la
Okay,
fondue.
let's do the fondue.
Do some 8 slowly.
Figure 8.
8 on the bottom. You touch the bottom. Maintenant, tu turn like this. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, man, that's good.
It's what I said. When you do that to the end of the fondue,
Right.
the fondue is perfect.
You know, you should know, he bet me $1,000 today that I could not milk a cow.
And you do?
I did.
Yeah.
Victory. Look, I know what to do with a cow.
I know what you do. You're gonna...
You put in your fridge.
Exactly. Right.
L'œuf, le sucre, le schnapps et un pichet de blanc.
How can you do it?
Can I do what?
I mean, to be surrounded by this much great cheese.
Well, we ate about a pound of cheese each.
You're gonna have a big cannonball of crap lodged up your butt like a baby head. The size of a freaking baby head. You will understand the agony of delivery.
We are not leaving this table.
Well, we are, because there's a bunch of drunk, horny mountaineers coming in later.
Oh, we're gonna party with them, happily.
No, because I believe there might be yodeling involved. My God.
I'm not worried about it. I'll be fine.
Alors, je viens avec beaucoup de choses là du coup. Hein.
Ouais, mais on y va.
Oh, whoa, watch this. Okay, here goes the egg.
Crumble un peu.
Oh, now we're getting serious.
Du sucre?
Ouais. This is a Kirsch Haute-Savoie.
I try?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good.
It's different, hein?
Totally.
En pichet.
Christ.
What?
Oh.
It's flat, we haven't started yet.
Why do people do this?
You do that to stay in shape, to enjoy nature.
This is not a sport.
That's a sport, man.
This is a death sentence.
We came from New York. Look at the difference. It's so peaceful.
You gonna go do this in Central Park?
Yeah, you can do that
Snows.
in Central Park. Yeah.
But why would you?
For fun. This is for fun. We're doing that for fun, Tony.
This is fun like chlamydia is fun.
We haven't even started to go up. Okay, now that's the real exercise.
Ah, hell. Every chef needs a mentor. In the life and career of Eric Ripert, it was Maurice Grillet who filled that role, who took a young, fresh-faced cook from the mean streets of Antibes and turned him into the hardened professional he is today.
On voudrait du filet, on va faire des steaks au poivre.
C'est bon aussi, hein?
Il y a de la tome de chèvre qui a l'air pas mal, là. Tu veux encore un saucisson? On mange pas ce soir.
Hey, je pense assassiner Tony. Ce soir serait parfait.
Comment veux-tu t'y prendre?
On pourrait l'empoisonner.
Nous devrons faire attention de ne rien manger.
Peut-être que tu as raison. Ce serait plus facile de lui trancher la gorge.
Mais que fait-on du sang?
On installe des sacs en plastique avant de l'égorger. Ou on le jette de la falaise.
Ah, super idée.
Merci.
Breakfast.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Il nous faut du champagne, un bourgogne blanc. On a besoin de cognac, une petite bouteille. Cela fera l'affaire. Cela complétera parfaitement l'assassinat d'un animateur d'émission télé. Donc nous avons notre cognac, champagne et le garrot.
Ouais, ça va.
À la santé de Satan.
Qu'il règne pour l'éternité.
They said they'd cook lunch, which sounded like a sweet deal considering what's on the menu. Start with heaping spoons full of the finest Osetra caviar.
So, when you work for Maurice, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good are?
-2.
-2. And you only ended up in the kitchen because you were such a shit waiter, right?
Yeah. No, but I wanted to be in the kitchen. After graduation, I was in Paris with my suitcase. I was 17 years old. And then I see that guy.
Maybe some asparagus, upon which one nestles a poached egg, a freshly frothed sabayon, and an obscenely generous pile of black truffle shavings.
I like a lot of sabayon.
Egg on egg, man. Nothing beats it. It's ridiculous. I don't know why people mistake me for you. Because they see us on TV together, we both have the white hair, and people can say, oh, I love your restaurant, it's so good, La Bernardine. La Bernardine, I love your restaurant, it's great, the fish, it's wonderful. You know what I always say? No, I always say, can you believe all our fish is frozen?
No, he does. He's not joking.
Steak au poivre with some fresh morel and new potatoes.
So what was 32 yolks again? What was that's a recipe?
For the Hollandaise, for his Hollandaise.
32 yolks.
Yeah, to make the Hollandaise for him.
No, it's an excellent book.
Thank you, Tony.
My favorite part is when you're in prison in the south of France. They force him to bite the heads off live chickens for the amusement of the other convicts. That was a good scene. Or was that Midnight Express?
It was Midnight Express.
How many years did you guys work together?
Actually, a long time. From day one of my career to when I left to America.
Very long time.
Why did you go to America and leave your ancestral homeland?
Robuchon sent me to America. I wanted to go to Brazil. And then he looked at me and he smiled and he said, I can send you to Brazil. You're not going to cook anything there.
Right.
Actually, Robuchon helped me to come to America. He found me the job.
Yeah, what would you have been if you'd failed as a aspiring chef? What was your fallback position?
I wanted to be a forest ranger.
Forest ranger?
Yeah.
Why? You like nature or something?
Yeah.
What was it, the uniform? You like the uniform?
No,
the shorts, they get shorts and a little hat like Smokey the Bear. But you're not an outdoorsman at all. You don't fish?
No, because I don't want to catch fish.
We'll leave that where it is.
Yeah.
You probably killed more fish over the telephone than...
A good fisherman.
They are dead already.
No, they killed them for you.
Don't say that.
Ah, no, ça va.
You're like Scarface.
Don't say that or I give you a lot of salad.
These mountains are majestic and beautiful. You can walk them, take pictures of them, you can ski down them. They can also kill you. So when shit gets bad and you find yourself a tangle of busted bones and torn flesh, having slid off a lonely high-altitude piste, it's people like Laurent Langoisseur of La Compagnie du Mont Blanc who come and save you. Sonia Popoff works for Peloton de Gendarmerie de Haute Montagne. She's who you call when things are really bad.
This was Eric's life dream as a young man, to be a park ranger in the Alps or in the mountains. This is what he wanted to do as a young man.
I wanted to be you.
Let's face it, your career as a chef is coming to an end. You just turned 52. Is it too late for him to start? Oh, that's not a good sign.
I don't know how to say it.
It's a... Sorry, Pops.
I am in a better shape than you to do it. Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be mean.
Yes, I'm not doing it. So what's the most common injury?
So a lot of knee and shoulders, dislocated shoulders.
Head injuries? Concussion?
Yes.
I mean, I notice, there's a bar here. I mean, how stupid do people get on the mountain?
You will be very surprised. We see people not trained, not well equipped, following like ski tracks that get them to crevasses, glaciers, crags.
Right. So if he drinks 2 bottles of Genepi and he goes off-piste and falls into a crevasse, dislocates his shoulder, breaks his knee, and
why me?
And has a concussion. It's a hypothetical question.
Okay.
So, okay, hypothermia is setting in. Your ACL and your meniscus are both completely shredded. Oh. And you're all messed up from a concussion. What is the thing I should do? Should I ski to the bottom and talk to someone? I call my cell phone? First, I call the production company and tell them we need somebody else for the rest of the show.
He's such a nice guy.
To answer the question, there is something today we use more and more on the people's cell phones.
Oh, find my phone.
Oh, I don't know.
Find my corpse.
Phone. Just ask the people, okay, go back to your phone.
Yeah.
And there's a GPS inside it, and it tells us exactly where to find you.
Avalanches happen here, frequently. Laurent and his rescue squads are here to prevent them before they occur, if possible, and if not, to find you and dig you out. Allow us to demonstrate. We bury our local contact bullet under the snow. Search dogs, hopefully, will find him before he becomes a corpsicle, and our production insurance becomes unsustainably expensive.
So how common are avalanche? Where are they most likely to happen?
Anywhere but the ski resorts. Most of the avalanches that kills people is not into a ski resort, it's outside the boundaries.
Well, now, here's a question.
Oh, great.
So Eric comes back after he's recovered from his injuries, and he decides to go mountain climbing. And he gets drunk again.
If something happened to me, you're gonna remember, I tell you.
And he climbs the mountain. And he gets buried in the avalanche. And he's buried in the snow. What happens then? Or do you just say, see you in the summer?
Well, first you have to find the location, the whole location, and then we have a transceiver locator, like this one, which is an example.
Yes.
And when you are caught in an avalanche,
They look
the
for it.
rescue team, ski patrol, will come with the same one, and then they can find the signal. And then they start digging.
How long can you live under this snow if it's not?
You have 3 minutes.
3 minutes
3
for...
minutes if you can breathe.
Right.
But sometimes you have a little place for
A
breathing.
little room?
Yes, and you can survive half an hour, 1 hour.
So I shouldn't give up too soon.
Yes.
Allez, je me rapproche de la zone. Et Nounouk, on va chercher le monsieur. On va chercher le monsieur. Allez, en avant, cherche. Le chien est déjà fixé sur la victime. Avance pas trop pour éviter de perturber le toutou. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a là, Nounouk? Il y a quelque chose? Hein? Qu'est-ce que t'as trouvé, mamie? Il y a un monsieur? Hein? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a là? Ouh là là, qu'est-ce qu'il a trouvé, Nounouk? Allez, on gratte, on gratte, on gratte. Allez, gamin, on gratte. Allez, loulou, allez, allez, allez. Il faut gratter, loulou. Allez, 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 gratte, gratte, gratte. Allez, mon loulou. Oui, ça c'est beau, loulou, ça. Beau titoune, ça, ouais. Ça c'est beau, mon gamin. Ça va?
Tu peux peut-être sortir? Attends, bouge pas, attends, attends.
Beau travail, il a trouvé le monsieur. Il a trouvé le monsieur. La rapidité d'intervention. On a en gros 20 minutes pour intervenir. Au-delà des 20 minutes, les chances de survie de la victime décroissent énormément. Bon, la victime est indemne, donc ça va, on peut la sortir comme ça. S'il y avait une traumatologie un peu plus importante, il aurait fallu la médicaliser un peu plus correctement. Oh, ça c'est beau, ça, oui. Oh, que ça c'est beau, Titi, ça. Oh, il a trouvé le monsieur.
So why did you choose such a dangerous and difficult area of medicine? I mean, you could have a nice practice in Paris, you know, people have headaches.
It's difficult to explain. Yes, I know it's very dangerous, but I think I have to continue, I have to stop, I continue.
I'm not sure why I do it, but I know it makes me alive, so it's good.
But you like it?
I do like it.
Yeah, right?
You don't think about that. You don't know why, but you do that.
Mm-hmm. It's called compassion.
Mm.
La France. I love it, and God knows I love the cheese here. But a brief respite is needed from the torrent of dairy products. Perhaps I thought a short hop across the border to Italy would be a good idea. I want pasta. Maison Rosé has a long and storied history here in the Aosta Valley. Our host, Jean-Marie Christie, grew up in the region.
I love it here. I'm so happy to be in Italy. I feel a little treacherous to deny my own roots because I have zero Italian heritage, as far as I know, zero. But I just love this lifestyle, this food. It's just great.
Well, cheers.
All right.
Cheers, guys.
To Italy.
Santé.
After you.
I will definitely have some of that.
This is even some honey and lardon.
Oh, interesting.
And this is a gift from me. This is a chamois that I have hunted this year. And I have done dried meat with the leg of the chamois.
Okay. more cheese. But it's a delicious order of gnocchi with beetroot fondue.
This is great. We're doing fondue again? We should have a camera in your colon.
Ravioli with tomato sauce.
I know you're excited about it, right?
Okay.
So you like pasta?
Oh, I love it.
He has been whining for a week.
A creamy polenta with braised beef.
Okay, and this is
that's exciting.
carbonara, one of the best you can find in Aosta Valley.
Which meat is this one?
Beef.
Beef.
Yeah.
You remember our friend, the cow?
Yes, yesterday. She was cute. Did you see the connection in between her and I yesterday? Like she was...
Yeah, she had her nose right in your crotch. So what is this game we're going to play today?
Oh, it's called Fiole.
Fiore?
Fiole.
This game is difficult to describe. I gather the idea is you try to hit that tiny polished stone with that stick as far as you can. I do not think I can do that.
Oh, man. I can't do that. He wants to hit it as far as he can.
Exactly. It's really simple.
This looks hard.
You have to lick the stone. Did you see? They lick the stone so it sticks to the big stone. Ooh, this one is good.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, it's better than golf.
So you don't love golf?
I hate golf.
I want to try.
Okay.
I want to try one time. Yeah, I want to do it one time.
So I bet you $1,000.
$1,000.
$1,000 you can't get it across the one.
I'm fine. I have nothing to lose.
Well, yeah, $1,000.
No.
Now you're out, man.
No, 3 times.
Oh, jeez. No, it's like watching a monkey try to like work a typewriter. Look, I don't know even why you'd even.
Silent, please.
Congratulations. No, man. No, it was a miracle and I...
Congratulations.
I think that's called a foul ball.
You have to think positive. How lucky you are to be in the Alps on a beautiful day.
I'm lucky to not actively be throwing up on myself right now.
You know, you have to enjoy little things in life, right?
I do.
I mean, this is a special moment.
I do. I will enjoy the minute I don't have to do this anymore.
Oh, come on, man.
So here's the plot.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, it's 64 Yolks, The Revenge.
64.
It's about a chef named Eric Ripper who runs a 3-star Michelin in New York, played by Bruce Willis. But what?
Oh, I'm played by... Okay, I like
so
that. Bruce
Willis, playing you, goes out into the dining room,
Yeah.
visiting the table, overhears a conversation.
And then?
Car chases, violence, big fight in the kitchen at Le Bernardin. We could shoot it there. I'm sure it won't interrupt service.
Holy cow. Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, nothing is more beautiful than that. Come in my selfie. Oh, it's a video. Hold on.
Look at him.
Yeah, you should do something like that.
Oh, no, I don't like this.
Wow, I love it.
Oh, no. Oh, jeez. No one's ever gone through?
Whoa!
I'm telling you, I'd feel a lot more comfortable if you hadn't had 2 portions of eggs.
This is amazing.
And when you kill people in the film, you always have like some little catchphrase to do with food. Like, bang, chef, please, or how'd you like your dessert? You gotta start practicing. You gotta take your sunglasses off like David Caruso. You gotta go, dinner is served.
I go like that?
Yeah, gotta put it over, take them off, take them off.
Okay.
Dinner
I look at the
is
camera?
served.
Yeah.
No, you gotta look, say, pretend I'm bleeding out on the ground.
Okay, okay, fine.
So you have to put them off and then on.
Yeah.
Dinner is served.
Dinner is served.
No, you gotta put the sunglasses on. It's called acting. Ask David Caruso.
Okay.
Jesus.